track 2 of the D.Y.G trading mixtape, and it's pretty much just getting your TradingView set up. First things first, you want to go to TradingView.com. Right now I'm logged into my account, but here's where you want to go, TradingView.com. I'll write that out. TradingView. That should all be one word. TradingView.com, you should already know that's the website where you're going to be doing your analysis. TradingView.com. Boom, right? So you can sign up for a free account. You just use your email address. You should be tech savvy enough to set that up on your own. I shouldn't have to walk you through that. So you set up your free account. They have like paid subscriptions and stuff like that. I'll show you that later, but you just want to make a free account. That's the first thing, right? Once you're in there, you're going to get like indicators, and I'm going to show you which tools we're going to be using and all of that. So over here on your left hand side, the first thing you want to do is go to your garbage can there and remove indicator, because we do not use indicators. We need a naked chart. We don't believe in indicators. We do not need indicators. Simple as that. Now I'm going to walk you through this toolbar right here, which is pretty much just the main tools that you're going to need. There's tons of stuff inside here. Like, look, if you click the right arrow, you'll have more stuff. Here you have more stuff. Here you have more stuff. Like, notice that you don't care about none of that. You want to just use these tools right here. And if you do more things as you progress, then you add more stuff. But this is all that's needed. First things first, right? And this is live price action right now. The markets are actually open as I'm recording this. So here we go, right? You're going to need your square tool. We'll start from the top. From the top, you're going to need your cross tool. So you just put a star next to it, and it'll add it to your favorites tab bar over here. So you add your star. I don't use none of that. And I use the arrow, which is basically what I'm using right now. And then it's just ready for me on the fly while I go. So that's from that first tab. Second tab here, we're just going to need the trend line. Remember, the star adds it to your favorites. I'm not going to keep repeating that. You need a trend line. You need a horizontal line, horizontal ray, and a vertical line. That's pretty much it. I don't really care for any more of the stuff there. From right here, you're just going to need your fib retracement. Put a star on that. You don't need none of that other stuff there. Like, it's not important. From this one, we don't need nothing. From this one, we just need the price range. I use the price range. So put a star on the price range. You can use even the date range, is cool, but just know that it's inside here. I don't really need that. From this area here, we're gonna need the arrow. So just put a star there. Rectangle is gonna be used a lot. And then the path one, I use it just, sometimes here and there. So that's pretty cool. Now, from here, from your text and notes, you're going to need your text. Put a star on that. Then you're going to need like a call out. This is pretty cool for when you just want to annotate something specific. And then here you have more stuff. You have like your price label, price notes. You can use these tools, like I said, as you progress. But for now, you just need these two right now. From here, you could use emojis, like icons here. The emojis that I use are like the eye for certain areas, the bell for the bell open, and then I use the newspaper for when there's news, and then I use this little scooter like to justify like the London session. You don't need any of this stuff, but it's just cool to get creative so that way you can get comfortable with your charts. From here, we don't need that. That's just to measure. This is to zoom in and zoom out. This magnet right here, I use it sometimes, but when you use the magnet, it just locks in price when you use the square tool from the high to the low, like in between a bracket. So I don't use that all the time, but you could use that if you want. Stay in drawing mode, lock all drawings, and this right here is to hide drawings. Obviously, this is a clean chart, so there's no drawings. And that's it. And that's your trash bin there. So that's what we're going to need from here. You can always come back to get whatever you choose because there's plenty of videos on YouTube for TradingView. But for here, the stuff that I favorited is located down here at the bottom. And then I'll show you how we're going to use each one. So that's cool. Now, let's work on the top part. Right here shows you your symbol of whatever asset class you're dealing with. That's what you'll see up there at the top. Then you have your time frames here. When you have the free version, you'll have the 1 minute all the way up to the monthly, which is perfect enough. Like this is not really necessary. You can use the 1 minute. So you can just adjust it right here. When you come to this little tab right here, that's when you can you have to make sure that you're on candles. I have bars there for something else, but just keep it on candles for now. And then on the time frames, the little tab right there, this is how you're able to add them to your screen pretty much as your favorites right here. So again, the stars, how to favorite and keep it on your screen. So that's that. These are all the ones I have locked in. Cool. Indicators, we don't care about that. Alert, if you want to set an alert. Replay, I don't use none of that. And then this right here is just like an undo to erase. Cool. Up here on this side, this is like where you would set up your templates. I don't know if the free version allows you to do that, but yeah, I think you can just name it. You can create a new layout and then auto save, rename it, and then obviously this is where the layouts would be stored. I don't know. I don't use none of that. Quick search, chart settings. We'll get into that. This is to expand it into full screen like that. Then you just hit escape and it comes right back. This right here is cool. Take a snapshot. You're going to be using that a lot right there. You can just download the image. That way you're keeping your data. Simple as that. And then when you open this tab right here, this is where like you'll create your watch list. So you'll come right here and you can create a new list. And once you create a new list, you start, they start stacking right there on the side. Obviously, I have old watch lists right here. Yeah, there's more lists, but it's not important. But that's just how you create a list. And then when you add, that's how you'll add more to add the symbol. It's pretty self-explanatory. None of this I use. I don't care for none of that. And then down here just shows you the price. Then like some news or whatever. And like the volume and stuff, which is cool to know, just to have an idea of how like what type of movement is getting for the day. And then open interest for this specific contract that shows it there. So this is just an overall view of TradingView. At first it looks scary, but as time progresses, you'll get more familiar and you'll start snooping around, and all you do is click undo up here, and that's that. So obviously I'll be dealing with futures, which is the NASDAQ, the E-mini S&P, and then I have DXY and the Euro. That's just my personal things. You don't need none of that. We're just gonna get started on how to set up. So you hide that and it comes back here. Before I go into this, another tool you're going to need is this right here, this website, which is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com. It's right here at the top. And you just click on calendar right there, and it allows you to see all the news events for the month. Like for this week, today's Tuesday, as the day of this recording. We have no news, but we have news these days. It's very important to be aware of these red folders because they will cause extreme volatility in the markets, and you won't be aware of that if you're just trading blindly or just tape reading, because none of this is financial advice. But it's very important to be aware of this. You can go to your filter. Where is it? I don't even remember where I did that. Right here. So you go to the filter there, and then you can just set it up. I believe this is the filter, right? Yeah, that's the filter. So I just kept these. I didn't want to keep all of them. I just wanted the high impact ones, the orange ones. And I don't know why I left that one there, but I think it's for Europe. But yeah, non-economic, whatever. And then the currency is USD. And that's it. That's the filter that I have. And it just provides me this. That way I know about this. You see, like it's a holiday on the 14th, bank holiday. You want to be aware of these things. So cool. Back to right here. So your square tool, this is simple. It's just a square tool. We'll be use that to measure. Your trend line, if you hold shift on your keyboard, right there, that's what that does. This is your price tool. You measure price up and down. This is what is that right there again? A horizontal ray. Just drops a line like that. This is like a little path I use sometimes when I just want to like share things, like directions and stuff like that. This is just a straight arrow. This one is a straight line that'll fill in your entire chart. This is a vertical line that is great to use to like distinguish different times. Like a time, because your time is at the bottom and price is on the right. We'll get into that shortly. Then you got your text tool where, you just text, you write, hello. Your fib retracement tool. So this right here, right? This is used to measure from a high to a low or a low to a high. You have your upper quad, your consequent encroachment area, which is your midpoint, your lower quad, quarter quad, and then your low quad. These are the settings right here. So just take a peek at this. All you're going to need is to the ones that are checked are the ones that I use. Everything else, keep it off right here. You have that at 0, at 1, 0.5, 0.75, 0.25. That's it. That's all I need. All these other things are used long term on a different, simple. Longer like advancement stuff. So that's your settings there. You set up your background here, and these are the colors that I selected. So you can choose whatever colors are good for you. This option is available on the side. I keep it pretty simple. Black, and then my midpoint I keep it red. Then I keep this checked, and that's it. And then you can save the template. Like I have it right here, fib zone, ICT fib, ICT set, and quads. This is the one I'm using right now. It's very simple with these settings here, because you just use that to measure, to find midpoints of price ranges and also mean thresholds of order blocks. And then you can adjust it to like get a standard deviation just to see where price can potentially reach to when you measure from a high to a low or from a low to a high. Very simple. You'll understand that. It all sounds like Greek language right now, but you'll get it. You'll understand. So that's that tool. Then you have your call out tool, which is this, where you can use it and then just write yourself like a little note in this area if that's what you choose. Again, this is the crosshair right here. This is the one that I use the most because it gives me the line up top and vertically, and I can just pin it somewhere, and it's very easy for me to maneuver. And then the one that I'm using now is the arrow, just so you can have an idea of what I'm doing. So boom, those are the tools. You can, the way you eliminate them, you can click and erase on your keyboard, or you can go here, left click, and erase and remove it from there. But it's just simple: click, erase, click, erase, click, erase. I know there's probably hotkeys to do it quicker, like highlight everything, erase, but you can find those tutorials on YouTube if you choose. So I keep this right here at the bottom, and then when it disappears, this is how you bring it up. That makes it go away. Right here, look at me on my left-hand side. That brings the favorites back. And these are the common tools that are used. I don't use anything else. So let's erase that. Let's erase the vertical. Boom. So like the one you'll be using the most is the square to like mark different areas. And here's what I meant about the magnet, just so you don't have curiosity. When you click, it automatically will move price to like the lows. That way you don't have to like pin it down. So that's what the magnet does. I rarely use that, but boom. That's what, you know, these tools will be used for. That's that. Then down here, you'll have access to a paper trading account, which is free. You can use that after like a while, just when you want to start testing, but that's not important right now. The first thing we want to do is want to be able to read this. So this is how we navigate through the different time frames. We can start from the monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, and then all the way down to the 1 minute and obviously the seconds. Remember, keep this in mind. No matter what time frame you're in, price is still the same. So don't think that price is going to change just because you're on a 1 second chart or on a monthly chart. Always remember that. Price is always the same. It's just showing you price in a lower time frame. Things begin in the lower time frames in order to reflect in the higher time frames. Like, it doesn't matter. From the 4 hour, it still had to happen on the 1 second time frame. And I'll give you an example of that. So right here, this price that is printing right now, let me show you. So, you know, because we're already beginning. This is how price is printing right here on a 1 second time frame. See that? Very fast. It's moving quick right here. On the right side is where price is. Down at the bottom, that's where the time is. The most important thing about this craft. Time and price, but mainly time. So as it prints this price right here, like I'll give you an example. This price right here, which was, it's moving so fast, 20,242, that's still the same price on this time frame. Look at that. And this is a weekly time frame. So it's still the same price. It's just showing you like with a magnifying glass as what is going on the lower time frame. Cool. So that's that. Boom. Anything else? Anything else? I just want to make sure that for this setup is I'm not forgetting anything. Again, tools. I think that's pretty much it. And then like when you type just randomly, like I'll show you NQ, that's when a symbol will pop up. So you'll put I forgot how to write that shit. NQ, oh, NQZ. You got to put the month and then the year. So boom, then it'll pop up. Then if you're like trading, let's say you're just dealing with regular stocks right here, you use, so let's say AMD, right? AMD reflects a lot of what the NASDAQ moves like. So I'll probably be dealing with AMD just to show how you can use that, because to get futures data, you're gonna need a subscription. But you know, you're gonna have to figure it out. Because I'm going to be doing, probably I'll make my decision and just probably be dealing straight with futures. But look at this chart here and then look at the NASDAQ. Because AMD is inside the NASDAQ. So it's kind of close to it. It moves in correlation with it, but not really. So you really want to just actually get the proper context. Because this right here, I'm sure that you're in your account, you're watching this delayed. But in reality, that shouldn't even be your concern right now. You want to be able to read these candles first, and then you can look into those things as you get well versed and more skilled after you do a lot of back testing and all that type of stuff. So that's pretty much it. I'm assuming if anything is missing, I'll just do another video, but that was pretty much what I wanted to show, is how to get into the TradingView, get a free account, what tools you're going to be using, and how to set up on the right hand side. And then you can just set up your watch list right here on the side, and that's pretty much it. So I'll catch you on the next one. That is track 2, setting up. If I hope I didn't miss anything in my mind. I'm assuming that's enough, because we don't need to overcomplicate things. Just keep everything simple. Set it up, get your favorites, and then learn how to read the candles, and then other things will come into play. But those are the most important things at first. How to read. Okay, so peace.